You know, since Valve unveiled the Steam Machine, the Steam Controller, and the Steam Frame, all anybody can talk about is the price. How much are these things going to cost us? And as somebody who, you know, I'm a school teacher, I don't make tons of money. I don't want them to be very expensive, but I also understand that they are going to be more expensive than we'd like, and I understand why. Handheld gaming is awesome. Being able to take your games with you means more time to play, but it comes with some downsides. The screens, they're small. You have to think about battery life. So when you get home, you might want to play that same game up on the big screen. Well, that's where the BenQ GR10 Ultimate USB 4 mobile dock from beCreatus comes in. It has 4K HDR out with 40 gigabits per second upstream bandwidth, and thanks to its 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, you're going to be able to download your games faster than ever. I really like how lightweight and portable it is. It only weighs 187 grams and it folds up into a nice little rectangle. And BenQ thought of everything with this because they even have cable management, detachable USB-C 90-degree connector, so you can use it when you need it or ditch it if you don't. It supports HDMI 2.1, which lets you use 4K 120 Hz, 8K 60 Hz, or 1080p 360 Hz, and it has up to 100 watts power delivery depending on what device you're charging. It will fit a Steam Deck and a Lenovo Legion Go S, and most importantly, it fits right under my downstairs TV now. So if you want to get one of these or check out any of BenQ's other awesome products, check out the link in the description down below and get yours today. So today I want to talk about a couple of things. Number one, what does Valve mean when they say it's not going to be console priced? Number two, why I think it's going to be console priced and it's not for the reasons that you're hoping for. And number three, what is the cause of all of this? So number one, let's go back to number one. What do they mean console priced? I don't understand this. You have a huge range of prices when it comes to consoles. You have the original Nintendo Switch at $300. You have the Nintendo Switch 2 at $450. You have the Xbox Series consoles and then the PlayStation consoles. Both have recently had price hikes. And for Valve to say it's not going to be console priced, well, what I think they mean by that is we are not subsidizing the price of this machine. Why aren't they subsidizing the price of the machine? Don't they make 30% on every game sold? They do, but it doesn't necessarily work for them to subsidize. And here's the reason why. When Microsoft or Nintendo or Sony, well, not Nintendo because they don't subsidize either, but when Microsoft and Sony sell their consoles at a loss, I don't know if they still are, but it seems like they are. When they sell their consoles at a loss, they're doing so because it locks the person who bought it into the store. Basically, you can only buy games from Microsoft on an Xbox system. You can only buy games from Sony on a PlayStation system. And they get 30% cut on every game sold. Makes perfect sense why they would be able to make up for a small hit when they sell the system by selling games over time. However, this is a big however, it won't necessarily work that way for Valve. And here's the reason why. You can't go into a store, other than the Komodo region, you cannot walk into a store and buy a Steam machine, bring it home, hook it up to your TV, turn it on, sign up for an account, and start buying games. The only place that you can buy a Steam machine from is Steam. And who's buying things from Steam? People who are already using Steam. So they're not getting user acquisition by selling this on their own store. And if they're not getting user acquisition, then that means the people who are buying these things, they were going to buy games from Valve anyway. So Valve can't subsidize this in order to sell it like a console. So when they say it's not console priced, I think what they mean is it is not subsidized like a console because Valve can't do it that way. It wouldn't make sense for them. Okay, number two, why it is going to be priced like a console. Here's the reason why. Console prices just keep going up. I don't know about you, but this is the first generation that I ever remember where a couple years after the consoles launched, they were more expensive than they were at launch. Both Microsoft and Sony have raised the prices of their hardware multiple times since launch. Just in May, the Xbox Series X went from $499 up to $599. The 512 Xbox Series S went from $399 up to $379, I think. And then you can also get the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte edition for, I think it's $729. Yeah, $729. Those are pretty expensive. So now we have this huge range of console prices where you go all the way down to $300 for the Nintendo Switch and all the way up to $729 for the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte edition. And then you've got the PS5 and the PS5 Pro. You've got a lot of range of prices. So when Valve says it's not going to be priced like a console, I think that they can't really say that. What they mean is we're not subsidizing it like consoles are. It will be priced like a console. It's going to be priced like an expensive console because that's what it's going to be. Yes, it's a small form factor PC, but it's going to be an expensive console. And I'm not happy about it, but I understand why. Now, why do the prices keep going up for the consoles? Because guess what? Rumors are they're going to go up again. Recently, Moore's Law is Dead posted a video where he was talking about his contacts in the tech industry, and they told him that we are going to hit a huge shortage for DRAM, and that's why DRAM prices have just been absolutely skyrocketing through the roof because AI companies are buying them all up. OpenAI has been buying, I'm not even joking about this, 900,000 DRAM wafers per month. 900,000 DRAM wafers per month so that you could make a picture of a poodle skydiving on Jupiter. That's where those DRAM wafers are going, which means there's less in the supply chain for you and me and Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo and Valve to buy, to put into the devices that we want to play games on. And because the supply is now smaller, supply and demand means the price goes up. So the price is going up. So these AI companies are literally making video gaming more expensive, and like we are constantly using it and thanking them for it. It's ridiculous. This is why graphics cards are so expensive, because they keep getting purchased so that they can be used for AI nonsense. Listen, I'm not standing on a soapbox here complaining about AI. Well, okay, I just did, but I'm not going to keep doing it. You guys get where I'm coming from. It's bad. Okay, and it's costing you money. Even though maybe you're not using AI, it's still costing you money because the price of all of this stuff is going up. So, you know, we hit the reason why Valve can't subsidize, why it still will cost the price of a console, and why the console prices keep going up. What price are we finally going to land on? I don't know. My gut tells me, and I'm not an analyst, I'm just a doofus in his attic, I think that we're going to be landing somewhere around 650. And the only reason that I think that Valve might be able to hit that price is because if they buy a lot of inventory, then they can get it at a cheaper price. You know, instead of buying one stick of RAM for X dollars, they can buy 100,000 sticks for a lot less and save money on that. And so even though you might be able to build a machine that is on spec, on paper, about the same power as the Steam Deck or as the Steam machine, and then Valve can build the Steam machine and sell it to you at about the same price, Valve will still make a little bit of profit on that, because they're getting the parts cheaper than you or I could because they can buy so many of them. But what do you guys think the price of these consoles are going to be when they go up yet again because of the RAM shortage? What do you think the price of the Steam machine is going to be? And how much do you think the Steam frame and the Steam controller are going to be as well? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. From the NerdNest, I'm Bill. Stay rad, and thanks for watching.